Okay, I only have Melissa needs to go to bed soon, so maybe 45 minutes. It was so nice to get back to the forest after traveling so much, to be with the trees and the stillness. Yeah.
But during the traveling, how how was how was the connection there?
Yeah, I mean it was great. You know, I make sure to meditate every day and read every day. Still do all of my spiritual chores, so to speak. But um, yeah, I mean, it felt like my connections with people were deeper than they usually are at these conferences. I don't know. Um, Maybe because it was the craziness of the concert or the conference being in Brazil and everything. But I really felt like I was talking to people on a deep level. You know, so that was nice. I mean, it's not with me every time, everywhere, but things are more persistent. So it's nice.
Yeah, yeah. The character, uh, in a way, it becomes playful when it's seen that uh, what seems to be a person is never there. So if it's seen here that the person is never there, and it will be seen that there are no others as well. So others are seen as unreal. So it is recognized that it's just a play. So whatever may happen, whether the meeting seems to be, or there's a meeting that is taking place seems to be too serious, and there are some people who seem to be coming against you, even that will be seen as just a play. So the apparent character may just react as maybe just laughing, just laugh it off, you know, won't get angry because no, these are just empty bodies. No, it's a play. So and as I always say, the character or the separate self, the one who thinks uh, is a doer of things, is never there. Is never there. But at times it may seem as if it's not recognized. But even that is okay too, because it's just everything appearing as that. So every expression is beautiful just the way it is. But if there's a desire in what seems to be an apparent character that wants to recognize this, then that's not wrong or right. It's just what's happening. And the seeking happening is also okay. It may it may go on until there's no seeking. But that it doesn't mean that there's a real person who's doing that. It's just what is or everything appearing as somebody who's seeking, who wants to find what is. And that's one never really finds what is looking for. That one disappears. And it is recognized, it is always recognized that it was never there. So it was just wholeness appearing as somebody who's looking for wholeness. So everything is beautiful, as I always say. And also checking if there is an intense seeking that seems to be happening there. Checking for the one who's seeking is okay too. You know, when I say, at times I may say, look, you know, because when that imagination is believed in, then it seems as if there is a real separate self. But when you stop believing in the imagination and just start to look who's talking, who's asking a question, then it is seen. Looking without going into thinking, it is seen right at the moment that there's just no one there. There's just emptiness, appearing to talk, appearing to ask questions. Emptiness, thinking that it's a separate self. So there's no real separate self. It's just everything appearing as that. Well, I don't know where is this going, actually, but it's just.
You don't know where what is
appearing.
going. What you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's just what's appearing to happen.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, despite the fact that it may be all illusory, it's frustrating that the transition to that awareness is so gradual for some of us. You know, that begin to live in this beauty and this bliss sometimes, and then get jerked out of it by something that happens, bad day or whatever. You know, it's I don't know what to say about that, but you know.
But when that happens, is there a looking that may seem to appear to look who is it happening to, or what that's which happens? Who is it happening to? Is it happening to somebody?
Yes. I mean, sometimes you can pull yourself aware out of it. You know, you munch on something for a while. I was at dinner night before last with somebody that is important in my field. And I started to criticize something, a publication, without realizing that he was in charge of it. And although I stand by my criticism, you know, he was like, okay. And then he, and yeah. So I just, damn, I can't believe I did that. Wow, you know.
How was the reaction?
Not
His
good.
reaction.
His good reaction was not good. I mean, I think he heard what I was saying. I mean, he said basically we did the best we could. You know, it was a hard problem. They didn't do a very good, you know, it wasn't a great job, but they did the best they could on this problem. And um, but it was just I just felt very rude.
So he told you after that, so oh, I'm in charge of it.
Yes, yes. He told me during. He still told me halfway through that he was in charge of it. Yes, which I should have
Yeah.
known. I should have known that. But those kind of things, it's hard not to beat up the apparent character. And it was so strange because, for a couple weeks I'd felt just fluidly like everything I had done was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Like without second guessing the way I was talking to people or what I was saying or what I was doing in different situations. Like it was guided and the right thing to do. And then all of a sudden just sort of hit this brick and stumbled. And hell, maybe that was the right thing to do too. I mean, to let him know that I thought that there was this problem and that I thought it could be done better. Um, I don't know, but uh, things like that, when things don't go well or things with people around you don't seem to go well, it's not always easy to have faith in the dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but a situation like that, that thought may seem to come up and beat up what seems to be the separate self, saying, "Oh, his head's now is very angry." But right at that moment, when you look and check, who is it talking to? You know, then it's everything will seem to just dissipate, and there will seem to be that peace that seems to be coming up there. Peace, anti-step silence.
If you have the
But
mind to tap
yes,
into it. Yes.
yeah. So yeah, it is very important to just check if what seems to be happening at the time is happening to somebody. Because right now, as this talking is happening, it's just talking. It's not directed to somebody. Because this sees nobody. It sees itself. So there is that formlessness that seems to be everywhere. And there are bodies that seem to appear in it. And that formlessness is within and without all the bodies. So if they seem to be talking happening, it is just that formlessness talking. That's why I always say no one has ever said anything. No one has ever done anything. It's just formlessness talking. Watching, smelling, listening, doing. So when I say there is no individual, is when I mean to say the one who seems to be talking is no individual, it's just formlessness talking.
Formlessness, putting its foot in its mouth. Do you know that expression, put your foot in your mouth? It's to say something stupid, it's to put your foot in your mouth.
Right.
My sense of God, as we've talked more, has started to move back to my sense of God that I had as a child, you know, which was very experiential, you know, like when you go into the forest or when you go into the snow or something, and everything is just so still and heavy, and the consciousness kind of pervades everything, you know. I've started to feel that that's always here, that's everywhere, that's what I am. And that's how I need to, that's the best way to spend my time is there, you know.
Yes.
But it's not, you know, it's that stillness and it's also flow. It's also automatic flow as well, you know.
Mm.
I can't, and but yeah, so that's been a kind of an interesting turn for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And as well, at times, there may seem to be, maybe like all the time, there seem to be that unconditional love for other beings, apparently. It's not, it's not the kind of love of being in a relationship with somebody. No, that it's just love for both male and female unconditionally. That the kind of love that doesn't require you to know somebody very well, or kind of love that seems to be coming up as a result of uh, having a family member of the family, the kind of love that loves everything unconditionally.
The way I've been seeing it lately is that's me over there, you know,
Yeah,
not even thinking it, but just feeling it, you know, whether somebody's throwing a spaz in an airport or being kind, it doesn't matter. It's just the play, you know.
yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, it seems like that when somebody does something or is doing something. It's not that somebody's doing something, it's you who's doing it. So there's no judgment in that way. There's just love all the way, unconditional love. So if somebody seems to be singing the kind of song that you don't like, no, that's okay too. No, because it's just this boundless uh, spaciousness expressing as that.
Find I like a lot of things that I don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like I watch something on TV and Melissa will be, you like that? And I'll be like, no. I don't like that at all. But I love it, but I want to watch it, it's just, it's just a somehow an appreciation for the way things spiral out, you know,
Yeah.
conditional love,
Even even when it seems as if you don't love it, you don't like it, you hate somebody, that too is not judged.
Yeah.
This doesn't judge because everything is just its expression. Because there's no real somebody who hates, who's jealousy, who has jealousy, or who plans evil against somebody. It's just a play. It's just this appearing as that. So judgment doesn't come up because this is itself. How can it judge itself? The separate self is just an appearance. It's nothing important. It's nothing special. So if it swears, hates, plans to do evil, it's going nowhere. Doesn't mean anything. It's nothing. So as I always say, this is alone as everything. Your whole family will seem to disappear and to be seen that it's just you. You are alone as everything, as every human being in the world, apparently. So if there's a president that you don't like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay. That's an appearance. Somebody who doesn't like somebody, it's just an appearance. It's just a thought. There's no real somebody. No, it's just God appearing as that. It's just everything appearing as that. Even what seems to be separation is just everything appearing as separation. And it's unreal. It's imaginary. Even the imagination is just everything, wholeness, formlessness appearing as an imagination. There's no separate thing that can appear outside of this. There's no separate thing that can stand on its own outside of this. There's no outside here. It's just everything. Sneezing, coughing, blinking.
Let me ask you, do you think we all live in our own universe?
Come again?
Do you think we all live in our own universe? Do you think we all make our own reality?
It may seem that way, apparently. Because, just to make an example, if I may say, we don't have the same thoughts. No, we have different thoughts. Your whole life is your own. You don't share it with anybody. You know, it's just your own life. Your past, what seems to be the past. It may seem to include your family members as well, of course, or friends, but it's just, even your friends, they have their own past, apparent past memory, independent in their memory. So in that way, I may say we live in our own universe. Because my life is not the same as your life, apparently. The journey that I've gone through and the journey that you have gone through are different. The place you grew up and the place I grew up is not the same. The path that you have taken is not the same as the path this one has taken. So yeah, it may seem that way, but it's never really that way.
Our consciousness is the same right now as we speak together. This is one consciousness. This is one awareness between us, shared, connecting those two threads.
Yes. Yeah, it's just the same. It's the same.
But I don't know, it's consciousness from here can make things happen. My consciousness, my God, the God in me can change my perception of the world and the world around me. It can do it, right?
Yeah.
And the same with a billion other people. Okay, the same with 8 billion other people. So how is that rectified in reality?
Yeah. There seem to be no order. Yeah. Everything is just happening the way it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no like straits. There's no order. There's no rules and regulations.
No rules and regulations, no cosmic reality.
Life is expressing itself in its unlimitedness, limitlessness. Sorry. So
There's no nailing it down, is there?
yeah, if you may say. As I always say, it's going nowhere. So there's just life talking, life thinking, life looking, listening. There isn't any separate somebody who's doing that. So if the body collapse, if the body were to collapse, it will be just life recognizing that it has always been life. So it may seem as if nothing happened. Collapsing of the body means nothing. When the body is dropped, it means nothing. Life is just life. It doesn't change because it was never born and it never dies. Life in its unlimitedness may express itself as limited. As a body, as somebody who's living life, that's life. But when the body drops, it is recognized that life recognizes itself that it has always been the limitless one.
Life and its limitlessness and dreams itself is limited.
Yes. Yes. So to be a man or a woman, it's got nothing to do with the body. The body has never said it's a man or a woman. But thoughts seem to say I'm a man.
So many. I'm a this or I'm a that.
Yeah.
Millions of different metrics.
Yeah.
My birthday is coming up. And Melissa bought me a huge statue.
Wow.
Just came
So,
to her uh, at an auction. And she was able to get it very cheap.
wow, nice.
It's
Wow, beautiful.
it's like 4 feet tall. It's like a meter and a half tall.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see those are our windows.
Oh yeah. Is it a stainless steel? Oh,
Um, it's um, it's brass.
brass. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so it's got a nice patina. So it's a goddess that's both Hindu and Buddhist. Ancient. Many,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also looks like Shiva. I don't know if the image is like this.
Yeah, well,
It's
I mean, I
beautiful.
think I think it's considered an incarnation of Shiva for sure.
Oh yeah.
I think it's this particular design. I think is called or incarnation is called Tara. That's tends to be
Yeah.
written, but it's Shiva. Yeah,
Yeah. Uh, it's a beautiful gift. It's
yeah,
a beautiful. How is she anyway?
good.
Great.
It's getting tired. She gets tired, but she's healthy and she's very happy. You know,
Yeah.
she's very appreciative to be alive and be around her kids, and you know,
Mm.
she's not worrying so much about the things she used to worry about. Because she's
Mm.
happy to be alive,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Something amazing happened to me a few weeks ago. I haven't been able to talk to you. Um, so I was driving down the freeway at about 75 miles an hour, right?
Yeah.
Do you know miles? Do you guys have miles?
No, we have kilometers.
Okay, let me do the conversion because it's worth knowing.
Yeah.
Let's see, 75 H. So 120 kilometers per hour, right? And I've got my wife and my kids in the back of the car. And I look in the rearview mirror, and there's a car that's coming up on me about twice as fast as I'm going, right? Extremely fast in a sports car. And I think that car's going to hit me. So what happened is it came up. So here's our car, and it came up, and at the last minute, it curved away and hit a retaining wall. You know what a retaining wall is?
Uh,
Like a wall on the side of the highway, basically a concrete
right,
wall on the side of the highway.
this one. Oh yeah, I know it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So it came up and it swerved over, hit that wall, and then went in front of us so close that I could not see how it didn't hit us. And I went as fast as I could to the right, you know, and it swerved back and hit the retaining wall. Just boom, right into it. Um, so I looked it up on so we just kept on going, and I was shell shocked.
Yeah.
I still have a really nervous reaction when I've been driving, and I looked it up online, and the person was going 130 miles an hour, which is
Sure.
209 kilometers an hour, and the police were chasing him, but he was going so fast that I didn't see any police because he was way ahead of the police, and he wrecked, and then the police got him after we left, and
Yeah.
he was running from the police, and I have I have no idea. I have no understanding why that car did not hit our car. It was like, and Melissa said it was like a force field. It was like it hit, like it just it's mind-boggling why it didn't hit our car.
Yeah.
I mean, I was literally looking in front of my car, and I could see the nose of my car, and his nose looked like it was underneath it. I was so there was like no, I couldn't see any concrete between his car and my car. And my reaction isn't that good. I'm not that good of a driver. I pulled this
Yeah.
way, but it's just amazing. It's amazing because
Right.
he hit the wall and bounced back, but was still going so fast that he went in front of us just by a little bit and missed us.
Wow.
It was just amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, I would say there was a force field of some sorts
Yeah.
because the car can't be going that fast and not hit you at all.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be something terrible. Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
force field there.
I mean, it definitely, my mind's just, of course, thinking of Nkosi. My wife said she put a force field on the around the car in her mind before we got in it, to protect the children. My mother was like, "Oh, that was God."
Yeah.
Simple as that, right? And me thinking, well, that driver was me, you know, everything is me. That's the whole thing, and just thinking about how precious and tender life is,
Yeah.
just a split second difference. We would have been, who knows what would happen, you know, just a little tiny bit of difference.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was awful
Yeah.
because now whenever I'm driving and somebody comes up behind me too fast, I'm like, I can feel it in my body. I've got the pain is stored in my body of just the stress of that happening. I have a not just a mental but a physical reaction.
Yeah.
But
So now you are too careful when you are
I'm
when you're
usually a
driving.
pretty I'm usually a pretty careful driver anyway. But down here everybody drives too fast because I don't know. That's just what they do out here. So you definitely have people just coming up, and then if you don't go fast enough, they'll just go around you real quick. But it's just the stressful reaction of seeing them right away. Yeah.
Wow. That's a beautiful testimony. It's a beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, you are protected. I may say you are protected. You're not alone. There
Yeah.
are beings wherever you go to. There are beings that go with you just to protect you. You're protected. That body is protected, and your whole family as well. Apparently, and those guys are always with you wherever you go. They are always with you. Maybe when the time comes to depart to another dimension, you will see them. It might be that maybe they've been your friends before you came to Earth, some other dimensions. So when you came here, they decided that were gonna be there for you to guide you all the way. Yeah. So there's no need to worry. There's no
I
need to
guess not.
worry. Yeah.
Yeah. No need to worry.
Yeah, exactly. Even here, it is felt that there are some beings that they are felt that they are just everywhere this body goes. They're just there, not allowing any accident or robbery or anything that is destructive to the body to happen. So it's the
Yeah,
same
you
situation.
just go out with the drug dealers like Jesus, don't you?
No, at times I may meet somebody that I don't know and have some relationship, but only to find out that that person is dangerous. Yeah, it does sometimes happen that way, especially those low live in the streets.
But they never hurt
Sometimes
you, huh?
no, they don't. They don't. They really love this character. Whenever I show up, you know, how are you, my brother? Oh, hey. we thank you. We thank you a lot. You've been helping us a lot.
That's because you
And
buy them food and stuff too, right?
yes, yes, I do. I do. Whenever I see them, I just, because many people, they just run away from them thinking that they are gonna rob them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they run away as well because they don't, but they, so I'm okay with them. And when they looking, when I talk to them, people walking around this, they become like, wow, why is he talking to those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to have the same thing. I used to ride my bike to work every day on the beach. And all the homeless people live on the beach. And I used to bring granola and give it to the homeless people. And, sometimes people are dealing drugs or, you know, um, having sex or fighting or whatever. And, but you approach them with a spirit of openness, they're, they're not going to attack you. They just don't. They just won't,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But it was always really interesting to be in that space with them, you know.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Because it's like you see yourself in them.
Yeah.
You see us.
I think I told you about this story about this guy that he'd gotten beaten up on the streets and he had his jaw wired shut and he had to drink through a straw for a couple months. And then he had just gotten that off and he was sitting down on a bench on the beach looking out, you know, it's a small withered man. And I sat by him and he said, you know, I'm so lucky to be alive. Every day I thank God for all he's given me. The guy has, one of the roughest lives of anybody that, I come in contact with,
Yeah,
but yet so thankful and so open. Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful. Like most of the people that live in the streets, they are so humble, kind. You know. At times, they may seem to really find themselves who they really are. And then sometimes I've witnessed a certain guy who lives in the streets. Whenever I would just go past next to him, then he will always be like smiling, laughing, but full of, his body was full of rash, you know. He would be scratching his body, but at the same time laughing, joyful. But some people would think, oh, that one is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does happen that one discovers the reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this one guy I used to see down there. I couldn't tell if he was a white guy or a black guy. Either he was a very, very, very sunburned white guy or black guy. His skin was just so, um, dark and red and flaking. And he had, just a wild dreadlock hair running all the way down his back. Um, and he would just smoked so much. And, he would just stay in the same place and there would be so many cigarette butts around him and he would just be looking like he was in this blissful state or something. And, I would offer him food or um, money. I'd be like, No, I don't need any money.
Mm.
Okay. You really look like you need some money.
Yeah.
But I definitely got this. I definitely got the impression that he was on a nice plane, you know. But he was all day. He sat in the same place in silence, pretty much. He was never with a crew, you know. It was always just him, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he's gone, you know. And then you have no idea what happened to him, you know. You don't know what. But that's the thing about these people. You don't get a. It's the friendships don't stick like you know one of your regular friends. You don't get the whole story.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, really, you don't need many friends, you know. Just to be yourself by yourself, it's okay. It's fulfilling, you know, that deep presence, unconditional love overflows through the apparent character to everyone. It's not even necessary to just go around preaching, telling people about God,
Yeah.
just to emanate that energy from where you are, unconditional love. It affects everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in actual fact, what seems to be others, they are yourself. So emanating that love, unconditional love, it's just automatically affects everybody.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody apparently is feeling pain in the body, you don't need, let's say maybe somebody there is feeling pain. This doesn't need to travel, take a flight and go to the United States because it is seen from here that it's just everything. Everything is one. So you can touch that one, the body, and healing will be just instantaneous. Can you hear the noise?
Yeah. There's some sort of noise. Your voice got harder to understand. What is it?
It's raining.
Oh, it's the rain.
Yeah,
I can hear it now. Yeah.
yeah.
Everywhere I've gone for the last few weeks, lots of rain. Brazil, lots of rain. Here, lots of rain. Washington, D.C., lots of rain. I've spent a lot of time. Floods. I was in Brazil taking Ubers around through, you know, people driving through floodwaters stuff. Pretty exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's quite a different environment than where you are.
Brazil.
Yeah.
So Brazil's like it's like South Africa. It's about even with South Africa on latitude, so the weather's the same. So it's their summer
Oh,
and it's tropical. It's like lots and lots of beautiful thick forests everywhere. Yeah. So it's a beautiful country.
that's good.
Yeah. And the music is different, the people are different. Um, you know, it's like South Africa or the United States where it's a big mix of different cultures that came together, but more, you know, more indigenous cultures from South America, you know, made it into the culture and um, but it's very very friendly. The people there are extremely friendly. It's,
Wow.
yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Nice.
Hey, one more thing. I should get going, but you should reach out to Martha.
Sorry, come again?
You should reach out to Martha.
Oh, yeah.
Martha is still there. You should reach out to her.
Oh, even now.
Even now.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think she would like to hear from you.
Yeah, I'll definitely contact her
Okay.
and then arrange to meet up with her.
Okay.
Yeah, during this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. I
All
thought
right.
maybe she had left.
No, it fell through.
Oh, yeah.
Get another thing fall through. So definitely look. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. I got to go and
yeah.
coach. I miss talking to
Okay.
you. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I missed
Okay.
it too.
Okay. Take care.
You're welcome.
All right. So I'll try for next Tuesday. Okay.
All right. Same time.
Bye.
Bye.